Hello, hello, hello. I'm live. Sorry I'm late again. I'm not that late though. Where's my phone? How late am I? 6 minutes late. That's not too bad now. I drove all the way to Ramona today, and I'm going to drive there again tomorrow because I didn't have an appointment. But yeah, I'm going to have an appointment. There's my phone. I was like, "Where's my phone?" Uh, it's light. I almost was gonna go live outside, but I don't know. But it's nice. It's light outside. It's a beautiful day in San Diego. The beach is busy today. Also, it was busy yesterday. Of course, that was a weekend, but I was surprised it was still busy today. And I misplaced my key to my storage and I found it just now. So I'm so happy. I was getting frantic. I thought it was in my purse and I went through all my purse and it wasn't in there. What I was, looking in the floorboards of my car, and because I thought it was in the car, I thought if it's not in my purse, I threw it in, like on my passenger seat. I have all like my toiletries from my bathroom that I didn't give away, that I kept. And I thought I threw it in that bag, and I went all through that and couldn't find it. So I was getting concerned, but I found it and I'm so relieved. And I put one on my key ring and one in my box with my important papers, which is in my bottom of my suitcase. So, yeah, because I have everything I own, I brought here in my car, and now it's in my storage and in my car. Um, so I brought my big suitcase in because I was swapping out my clothes.
Rachel Flores.
Oh, hello. Gotta take. Yes, this is Susan. Fine. I've been talking with yeah, Melissa. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I thought she was going to text me, and it wasn't even the person I had talked to. It was a different person at Rebuilding Green. So, goodness. They thought I wanted to start a community. I wish I could afford to start a tiny home community, but no. Yeah, of course they would call me back right now. Oh, so sorry about that. Let's light the pretend candle. Red's followers are called flames. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So, guys, I didn't even tell you what happened to me on Saturday. I called the teeny house person and found out there's a teeny home fest. There was a teeny home fest in Del Mar that day on Saturday and Sunday. And so I went to it, and then I ran into Jessica and Carol from Glorious Life on Wheels. And yeah. And so that was interesting and fun. So Carol has at Glorious Life on Wheels has some of the MAGA people that go to her channel and that I ended up having to block, that were very rude to me. So it's kind of awkward. And then they always are supposed to not talk about politics. Like I went back to, and she still had me as a moderator. So I went to Carol's live on Saturday since I was there and everything. And the subject of the politics always comes up because these MAGA people bring it up, actually. And so they said that Elon owns Cubicle? Is it Cubicle? Cubebox? And he doesn't. But it's just like, there you go. They bring it up, and I'm like, so I went back that time to moderate for Carol, but I'll drop her link though. I will drop her link. It's a good channel, and she tries to stay neutral, but she did finally speak up more on things, and I was glad of that. But she has a lot of MAGA over there, and she has MAGA people that I had to block because they were very rude to me. And so that's why it's just awkward for me to go back over there and moderate. But since I ran into them at the Tiny Fest, I moderated. And since I cleared up the thing and I went talked to the guy at, I'm not remembering the name of the place now. Let me see. I took a picture of it. Maybe I'll post a picture on Instagram and be like, because it's like these people thrive on misinformation. I mean, they love it. They love misinformation. And so here they're going, oh yeah, that's the company Elon owns. And I'm going, oh man, okay, if he does, then don't support it, It's just like, but they like him. So it's called, no, that's not it. Let me find it. I didn't even post any of the pictures I've seen I got at the Tiny Home Fest. Let me see. I thought I took a picture of it. It's cube. It's boxable, maybe? It's boxable. Look at this bathtub. That's in a tiny home. Hey, Elsa. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. So, yeah. So, anyways, it was interesting. I just found out about it on and I didn't take a picture of it. Is it boxable, cubicle? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I took a picture of it. I guess I did not. Maybe I deleted it already. My phone is full. But anyways, so that's what my story is about. I kind of just don't want to, because it's the same thing with moderating at Lindy's, is like they say they're not going to talk about, but they have some way of bringing it up. Like before, when I was at Carol's, and I wasn't paying attention as much to the news, and I wasn't speaking out yet about, that I was a liberal and that I was against Trump. Hello, Brenda. And I was over there at Carol's, and the maggots are like, "Are you in Aurora? Because the Venezuelans have taken it up," and it was false. They're full of false information. And it's like I go back one time and they're still, she's not doing it about politics, but then they're going, "Oh, Elon owns that tiny home company," because they're all about the misinformation. They're all about the lies. They're all about the, whatever, say whatever you want. It sounds good. So it's aggravating. So anyways, I went back for a little visit, and then I cleared up the misinformation and I'm out again, but I don't know. So yeah, that's that. But it was pretty cool, though, that I called the tiny home person Saturday morning and found out about the Tiny Home Fest, because I wasn't keeping up with Carol's channel. Yeah. Yeah, she went live from my hotel room when I was here in 2022. But last time I was here, she didn't have time to even see me. She was so busy with she's very busy with her YouTube. And then even there at the Tiny Fest, I saw Jessica, and she was like, I looked at her and I was like, "Oh, she's mistaken me for someone else." And then I was like, "Oh no, that's Jessica." I hadn't seen her since when I met Brenda at the RTR in Arizona. But yeah, in 2022 I was out here, and 2022, when I came out here, I should have just stayed out here. I wasn't ready to be completely, when I came out in 2020 and I was at my brother's, when that all fell through with my brother, that was discouraging. And then I traveled around in my RV, went back to St. Louis. Ooh, you picked up an older camper that you're going to renovate. Cool. That's cool. my son's on his way down here and I don't know where he is, and he won't, he didn't tell me where he is. I don't know if he's left Oregon yet. But he's camping out in his car. And so, yeah. Yeah, send me a picture. Yep. I went and got fish tacos today, and I did short at the beach again, and the beach was really busy. This guy, attorney Van, is good. Attorney Ryan. Yeah, send me a picture. I'm gonna. My phone is full. Let me. I have my phone. I thought I had my ringer off. Thank you. Ooh, it's a towable. Looks retro. Cool, Brenda. Nice. An RV for to take to Burning Man. See my tacos. I got a fish and shrimp taco. And I made food. I made food to save money. I don't know why my app is not. I have a software. You can rent it out for Burning Man. Cool. If I had something that I could, no, I don't want to tell something that big. That's another reason for me to get. Well, right now I'm gonna just focus on not getting anything. Like when I get settled, and find a place where I'm gonna live, I might get. All right, I might have to get an inexpensive one. I have to get a light. It has to be 1,500 pounds, but I've seen a lot of them. And I want a bathroom. I saw one at the Tiny Home Fest actually, but they didn't have the price on it. That scares me when they don't have the price on it. It was like probably new. They rent that one out, but if I get a little trailer to tow with my RAV, that'll be good. But right now I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna worry about that later. Unless I can find one that's cheap, because I might need something to live in until my tiny house is ready. So how are you doing, Elsa? Sorry, I was been so distracted. I was on the girl from Rebuilding Green called me back right when I went live. Right after I go live, she calls me, and I was just like, I thought she was gonna text me. So Yeah, I need to manage my storage again. And I need to write a review for this Airbnb. I really like this Airbnb. But I'm going to try to find a cheaper place because I don't know how long I'm going to be staying in Airbnb. That's the thing. Like maybe I get the trailer to stay in until my tiny house is ready. My little teeny trailer. But I need a potty in it. I need a potty in it, and I don't want the whole thing to be a bed. They have ones that are little that not the whole thing is a bed. And because I don't want it. Because sometimes the little tiny ones, like that one I rented, the whole thing was a bed, really. And then the kitchen was on the back and opened up, the kitchen was outside on the back of it. But so, and it didn't have a potty. So what are you talking about? Elsa, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything, Elsa. What are you talking about? Yes, I am strictly sausage. How are we on this subject, Elsa? What did I say? Oh, my tacos. Oh, yeah. That doesn't mean that. Oh my goodness. That's funny that you said that. How do you know these things? Oh, now Pam's calling me. Hey, Pam. I'm live. Did you know I'm live? No, that's okay. It's okay. Pam, it's okay because the tiny home lady called me too. And so I muted myself and I was just like, okay, like this is when she calls me back. And I was just like, she didn't know. But anyways, so it was funny. And then I was like, now Pam is calling me. Like nobody calls me, so like it's okay. Okay. But okay, yeah, that green place looks good. What was it? It was something with green in the name. I'm like, that's my teeny home builder, so that's a sign or something. I'm a color. I'm red. Green. It looks good too. Yeah, well, yeah, I like all of them. I don't know. So maybe I can find one that's already built, and then it won't take 3 months because otherwise I'm here and I'm staying at these Airbnbs for 3 months. Yeah. Yes, yes, that will work. Hmm. All right, thanks. All right, bye. So I feel like, okay, I figured this out way after the fact. It's funny that you like, how do you even know that? How old are you my age? Like I didn't know that was anything. But I had an Airbnb guest, J Lo, she was a character, and she got, and I don't know why she shouldn't have gotten fish. She went shopping with Gladys, and Gladys doesn't eat fish. And she purposely made me fish tacos, like, and afterwards I was like, oh, you know what? And I think she was making a joke with me, because yeah. But no, I'm strictly sausage. I am. But I like fish, and I like fish tacos. So, hi, Pam. Hello again, Pam. Yeah. So the Rebuilding Green person called me back right when I started my live, and so that's why, like, the first part of my live is quiet, because I was talking to her, and then I said, I have to go. Oh, and they said that maybe they could meet with me tomorrow, because I drove out there today. I drove out to Ramona today, but they don't have a tiny home community there, which I thought that they did. And I might go. There's this other place that does. Wait, let me see. Where's that paper? I don't know where it is. This is my bag. I take my books in every day. Okay. There is one in a tiny home village in Palma Valley. But I called this person too. This is another Melissa. There's a Melissa at Rebuilding Green, and then there's this Melissa. So I will try to get in contact with her, but they want to meet with me on Wednesday, but I'm still going to have lunch with Pam on Wednesday. But they can do a conference call or Zoom. This one is in Palma Valley. See? So, and I called this girl today, but she has not called me back. And I put all these people's numbers in my phone. And yeah. So I was supposedly checked out of this. I got this Airbnb for 3 more days, and then I got a different Airbnb from the 13th till the 27th. And so, like, technically I checked out of this Airbnb and then checked into this Airbnb today. So, yeah. Do you know anything about this place? Pauma, Palma Valley. And this website is not there. This askmehow.com is not. Let me try it again. Oh, I was going to share Glorious Life on Wheels. So I like Carol's channel, but I'm not moderating that much for her anymore. And it's because a couple of the MAGAs that I had to block are over there. And that it's the same thing at Lindy's also. And because they bring up the politics, the MAGAs bring up the politics. And then they try to say, they bring up the misinformation too. Like I said before at Glorious Life on Wheels, they're like, oh, there's Venezuelan gangs have taken over Aurora. Are you okay, Red? And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? The people, even the MAGA people in Denver did not like that he was spreading that misinformation. I saw it on YouTube. So anyways, so But so there's Carol's channel. But if you're wondering, I'm saying it now. That's why I'm not over there so much anymore. And but I was over there. Yeah, so that's why. And it happened because I went into her live because I ran into her there and I was like, "Oh, you're going live from here." And it turns out she goes live from that Teeny Home Fest every year. So and it came up again and they said that this one of the tiny home companies there was owned by Elon. There's the MAGA misinformation everywhere. Lies. And so I went and talked to the guy at there. I'm like, okay, I don't think so. I didn't really know, but I'm just like, no, I don't think so. But anyways, like if that's the case, don't buy that teeny home. But anyways, it's just like I can't not get started. And I attempted, a few times I watched Lindy's live and not go in to moderate, and it's the same thing. And then Lindy says something like, "Oh, I was wrong about AOC making having $30 million." And I'm like, "Oh, you think?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're not talking politics." Oh, I thought you weren't talking politics. Only if it's like benefits your side. But anyways. Yeah, I thought I would eventually run into Carol. I'm like, I'm going to eventually run into Carol because I know she's in this area, which is cool. It's fine. It's just, if you're wondering why I'm not moderating, that's why. The MAGAs there. Have you been blocked? No, you haven't been blocked. No, I would not block you, Elsa. You can't be blocked because you're a moderator, Elsa. You can block other people. What? See, Pam said hi to you. She said hi, Elsa and Red. And Brenda. But no, you can block people. You can block people from my channel. And that's what's like, I had the same situation when in fact, I did. I blocked the bully once. He said something. He was trying to be, oh goodness. He was so annoying. So annoying. I did block. I was a moderator at Arvine with G, and he came there because he would follow me around. He would stalk me, him and his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, there's mystery viewers. Hello, mystery viewers. So, and that's the thing. When you're a moderator, you're blue, Elsa. So you can block people from my channel if there's a troll, and you can block them. Just don't even time if it's a troll. Or if I say, I'll say to, usually I'm blocking the trolls myself. Because a troll came in last week before anybody else was here, like right off the bat, first thing. Sometimes YouTube does weird stuff, but no, you're not. No, you're not. I would have to block you if you were blocked because you're a moderator. And I would not block you. But over there at Carol's still these megas that were nasty on my channel. One saying I said the word because I was talking about Trump on a live, not in my devotion. She said in my devotion, I said the word Pussy, and because I was talking about Donald Trump, and she didn't say, she didn't say that. She basically slandered me in my own chat, and so I blocked her. And then the other one called me a baby killer. Democrats. She posted some video on my page that in the comments that Democrats were demons because they were baby killers and blah, 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 blah. So these people are over there at Carol's, and it's like, so, it's tempting. Like, she still has me as a moderator. I can block them from Carol's channel, but I wouldn't do that. But in order to just not see them and have to deal with them and have to deal with the crazy stuff that goes on there, like them saying the Venezuelans have taken over Aurora, are you okay, Red? And stuff like Elon's bought the tiny home company, and just BS like that. And in order to not be tempted to I would, in order so I don't get myself fired from, I don't want to be fired. I'm just going to go away on my own. In order to not get in trouble by doing something that I might be tempted to do. They don't hear anything negative, he says. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I understand Lindy's position and Carol's position and trying to be new. I understand that, but that's not me. I'm not like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I'd rather just irritate them and have them say something mean and then block them and have them be gone. I don't want to. I'm not going to be a kiss. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. Went out and back in showing now. Okay, good. Okay, good. Sometimes it'll do, especially if you're on your phone, Yeah, all sorts of weird things happen when you're on YouTube on your phone. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be, yeah. I had a mega come in. And I was pretty sure that guy was mega, Brenda, the bait, the hook. Yeah. I knew, I was like, I think he's mega. Cause I met him at a young lady's, the real sweet, she's an artist. She has, I think she's neurodivergent. I think she's got a disability, but I met Bait the Hook at her channel, and she's very conservative. I'm pretty sure she's mega, but she's nice, mega. let's differentiate. There's nice mega. There's mean and nasty mega. I mean, just like everybody's different. Don't put people in boxes. But also I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be two-faced. I can't do it. I can't be fake and yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. But I need to say, let me say, Let me say a poem. So when I wrote this, I was a conservative. The elephant in the room. It's funny because so Texas Paul is a channel I found. And some of his lives are called The Elephant in the Room. Like my book. Let me see, what day is that? He has Coffee with Texas Paul, and then was it his channel? I think it was his channel. Harry Dunn. Let me see. Unless it was someone else's channel. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if it's. No, maybe it wasn't his channel. Maybe it was the Lincoln Project. Anyway, since I mentioned Texas Paul, I will. There's a bunch of stuff that comes up when you put that in. Whoa, the elephant in the room. There's songs. Let me see. I think it's the Lincoln Project. Let me see. I was confusing it. Yeah, it's the elephant in the room. Is the Lincoln Project. But let me drop a few links for you. I was thinking it was Texas Paul. Let me drop a few links for you. And I'm going to say my elephant poem. And here is Texas Paul. Oh, I have elephant socks. Wonder where I have them. So I brought my big suitcase in here, and Robin saw me putting it back in the car. I was just like, because I was swapping out clothes. She's like, "Are you leaving?" I was like, "No, I'm not leaving." I was like checking out today, checking back in today, but I didn't have to leave really. Here's Texas Paul's channel. The real Texas Paul. And then, but the Elephant in the Room program is on the Lincoln Project. And so this is the Lincoln Project's and that was the one I was thinking of. Lost with World Works. What does that mean, Elsa? No television? So I put on subscribers only. Let me see that. Stroke brain. Sorry. So this is my book. I hope to get republished. So yeah, I need to look for that republisher. A real publisher. Not a sorry publisher like Page Publishing. Rip-off artists. This is dedicated to my mom. See the cute little elephant. To my mom, Ellen Olsen Hewitt, who loved to give children's books because they are the best gifts. You get to open them again and again. Was there ever? I say was, has. They changed it. Maybe they wanted me to change it because it's in this one. I think. Let me look in here. It's on page. Because I think technically maybe they weren't supposed to. I don't know. Yeah, it starts with was, and that's how I say it because I memorized it from here. They had me change it. They didn't really need to have me change it. They were pretending they were doing something and they really weren't doing anything. Was there ever an elephant in your room? When it walked, it went boom. You tried to deny it, but you couldn't hide it. Where can you hide an elephant? Oh no, that's a cat, you tried to say, or maybe a bat. It will fly away. This was all my idea. But they drew a cute elephant and an elephant bat, elephant cat, and an elephant bat. If you can't admit it, you can't quit it. Go ahead and face it. Can you trace it? Could the truth set you free, or will they all laugh at me? This was my idea too, but I got it from Horton Hatches the Egg. If you've ever read that book, he watches and takes care of the egg for Lazy Maisie, the bird that flies to Miami, and it becomes an elephant bird. So that's what I did, was an elephant bird. So coming out of the cage. Not do outdoor stimulate much pressure. Oh, okay. Oh, did the cat come back? I remember that. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. We thought it was gone. Remember that song? The cat came back. Because it had 9 lives. Perhaps they'll laugh. Who are they, anyways? And why do we care if they laugh? They have a hyena in their room. That's so much worse than just an elephant. See, the hyena's laughing at the elephant, and the elephant's upset. I went back and forth with they made all the people look the same. They were all white people first. And then I said, do you only know how to draw white people? And then he made then he made it, or she. They were very smart Alex. How Fletcher was hatched. Oh, you're still missing the cat. Oh, thanks, Pam. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. 1 day, 2 days, 3, day by day, these things I pray. And I made that a blended family. I did that because, and then I got to decide what God looked like. And we went back and forth with what God looked like. First, I had him look like Jesus because, yeah, I do believe, that is my God, Jesus. Traditional Jesus. But I was like, God can look like anything he wants to look like. And I'm like, I didn't want to copy, and I said, make him indistinct, like you can't tell exactly what nationality is. And so he kind of did make him young, but he kind of looked. So my ex, I had a habit of saying, what nationality do you think my ex is when he was my husband? I don't do it now, but people could never got it right. They never said Asian. So my ex is Asian, but everybody thinks he's Mexican. And sometimes they'll say Middle Eastern. The closest they've gotten, they sometimes have said Hawaiian. Is he Hawaiian? And that's very close because they're Asian descent. But, and then Middle Eastern, maybe. They've never said, they've never said like Indian or Pakistani or anything like that. But maybe Middle Eastern was close to that. Yeah, maybe. When my brother's dog wasn't fixed, it would go nuts when other dogs were in heat, and then it would be gone for a while. It's crazy. Jump out of the back of his truck when he was driving down the road. Well, when he was stopped, I guess, but still. I think one time he hurt his feet from jumping out. And then, so he brought the dog to Florida and eventually got him fixed. And then in Florida, they get the heartworms from the mosquitoes. And I think that's what happened to my brother's dog. It got heartworms from the mosquitoes and he passed away. But I was scared of that dog. I have a higher power who created elephants. Maybe he can take care of it. I wonder what he'll do. Will he take it to the zoo? So we went back and forth, and he made the image of God look like a very young man, though, and you couldn't tell if he was like Hispanic or Chinese or what. And but then I said he was too young, and then he made him with a long beard and white. This person who was drawing the photos for me, I didn't even get their name. I should have asked their name, but anyways, this person I was going back and forth with. This was back in 2017 when I did this, or 26. It might have been 2016, in the fall, though, late in the fall, 2016. And so then they made him look like Father Time, and I'm like, That's too old. So then finally, I was watching Grey's Anatomy. I finally said I didn't want to be copying like Bruce Almighty and make him look like Morgan Freeman, but I decided make him look like James Pickering, who plays the president, the hospital guy. He plays. His name is James Pickering. I'm pretty sure he plays. Oh, I forgot his name. I forgot his name on the show. The doctor on Grey's Anatomy that runs the hospital for most of the show. But anyway, so that's what I just finally sent him a picture. Make him look like this. So that's who that is. The actor James Pick. Let me see. Am I saying the name right? Yeah, James Pickens. It plays Richard Webber, Dr. Richard Webber. So that's who I decided to have God look like. What? People will come from miles around to see the greatest show in town, the elephant. He now does tricks and people pay to get their kicks. God can take your ashes and give you beauty. You thought you had to sacrifice. Everyone must pay their price. So he's getting the elephant out of jail. He's freeing the elephant. If I give him the elephant, he'll die. But the ringmaster doesn't work that way. The elephant will live another day. This picture, the idea for this picture also came from Horton Hatches the Egg. In that one, they get him, and men with guns come and get him and take him away. But he doesn't have a good experience at the circus like my elephant does. He'll sing and dance because he got a second chance. The circus is a place of joy and wonder because the ringmaster has a plan. Trust the elephant in his hands. And this is the only thing I pictured the elephant in God's hands like this, but then he did it like that, or he or she, and I liked it and I left it that way. So that was one thing that they did well. And I do think but that was what I paid $3,000 for, and then got ripped off and got no royalties, So, yep. It's been quite a journey for me, and I've been thinking about it a lot since I've been here. And because this is where I wanted to end up, and this is where I wanted to come all along, but it didn't work out. And I don't know, maybe that's just the timing is now. The timing is now. It must be, because I'm here now. So I've gone an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to do my prayer list. It is the 10th. It's 2 weeks today. 2 weeks I've been here. So, and it's been interesting. And when I came here, I was really thinking I'm going to have to rent a room. But I'm really excited for the possibility that I'm going to be able to get a tiny house and find a place to put it. Because there's more places to put them here, honestly. There's more places to put them here than in Colorado. So, because there are too many, the laws are actually more favorable for them here, even though the laws are complicated. Yes, I am happy to be here. And I don't know where my son is. My younger son is headed down here, and I keep on asking him where he could be here any day. He actually has shorter travel. I think it's like 900 miles from Bend, Oregon to here. And I had like over 1,000 miles to go. So he could be down here any day. Yeah, I need to work on my, I don't know. These YouTube experts keep emailing me or whatever, but I'm not going to pay anybody to do that. So my, so my son messaged me on yesterday. Yeah, 931 miles. Route may be affected by winter storm warning. I'm not sure where he is, but he's camping out in his car. And so, yes, I am like really happy to be here finally. But because of things, so the YouTuber I was crushing on was in this area too. And so that kind of like, I'm like, maybe I don't want to go there. But enough time has passed and whatever. Hopefully I won't run into him. But anyways, I'll be nice if I do. Car camp. Sleeping in his car. Sleeping in his car. Yep. Choosing to. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. Not really. But I think he might like it. So I don't know. Maybe I can get a piece of property and put 3 tiny homes on it, and me and both of my sons can each live in one of the tiny homes. Now that would work. I could live with them that way, but other than that, I don't want to live with them, honestly. You're not supposed to be living with your grown children, so they are supposed to be independent, but answer and eyes, no worries. Yeah, I'm definitely pray about that. Yeah. I'm concerned. I definitely thought my son would, because he keeps on saying he wants to live somewhere warmer, he wants to live somewhere warmer, he wants to live somewhere warmer. And then he just said, my niece is his cousin's kicking him out. And he said, I'm moving out. I'm going to head down that way. And so I didn't think it was going to be this soon. And I told him, I'm sorry, I don't have a place where you could stay with me for temporarily or whatever. I don't know how I said it, but he said, it's okay. I'm going to stay in my car. So, yeah. Yep. So, yeah. And yeah, it's a little concerning, but I'm learning to not be so codependent, and he can figure it out. He'll figure it out. So, but yeah, I didn't have the courage before to come here on my own. And my brother and I actually, right after my sister-in-law passed, came down here to visit. And he really discouraged me from moving here. But, and also it's like, I don't want to live near you anymore either, because my brother was such a jerk towards me and treated me so badly. Yeah, but it's so hard to see them struggling, it's hard. So but I told him, I told him I have the storage. If he needs to put stuff in my storage, there's room in that. And I was thinking too, I was like, he can use my P.O. box also. But I probably will have to ask them tell them to put his name on it. They might have to see his ID though. So, but I just honestly had too much fear to go to a place where there's no family. And because when I left Georgia in 2020, I went to St. Louis where my friend Gladys was. And so, yeah, that's how they learn. And I can see that, yeah, my brothers did too. In fact, when I was talking about, I was a teenager, we moved, the youngest two of the seven of us, I was 12 and my brother was 15. We are the ones that my parents took to Florida, but my other brothers had moved out of the house already. And my sister moved in with my two brothers. But then when my brother Paul ended his business, he had a sweeping business. My brother Chris worked for him. When he ended that, and then he started working for Georgia Frontiere, the lady that owned the Los Angeles Rams, my brother Chris was like, what do I do now? And so I was talking about his dog, Racky, and he loaded up his truck and he went to Boca Raton and he came to live with us. And the dog, we had parties and that dog bit people. The dog didn't live very long after, and my brother got a good job. He would make those screened in. He worked at a screening place he would make those screened in pool enclosures in Boca. And then when my parents moved, they really messed him up, because my dad had the affair in Boca Raton. And so my mom was like, let's move, let's get out of here, because he was still working with that woman that he had the affair with. And they were trying to stay together again. And my brother, this is why my brother, Jonathan, is been so angry all his life. But he went back to California, and now he hates California. Now he's stuck there, and now he's trying to talk me out of moving there. And I'm sure he probably calls Gavin Newsom Gavin Newscum too, like Trump does. he's such a negative person, you know. And so when this thing happened with my brother after my sister-in-law passed, I helped him take care of her, and then, he basically kicked me off his property. And I'm like, fine, screw you. I was going to travel in my RV anyways. But and he'd given me his my sister-in-law's old car. But did you hear the one? Many beatings taken from trauma injury. You are your son, Elsa. Oh, you mean you? Or do you mean the injury to your brain? You mean your stroke? But yeah. But lately I've been really thinking about how damaging codependency is, and that anxiety we get, and then it makes us do wrong things, like give people money when we shouldn't, and the codependency and the anxiety go together. And I feel like the codependency and the depression definitely were together, and affect each other. And the anxiety and the depression. Let me read The Woman Stuck Inside Her House. That's a good one. Because the codependency kept me stuck. And that's why instead of staying in the expensive apartment and although I'm glad for that experience, and I can't undo it now. I'm glad for the experience that I got the job lifeguarding, because I was like, oh, it gave me so much anxiety though. That I got. It was like something I did. I pushed through the anxiety and was able to do it. It was kind of like traveling in the RV, because traveling in the RV gave me anxiety too. And so that was part of the reason why I sold the RV. But also the YouTube bullies, that affected my wanting to travel. I didn't want to go to any more meetups. Definitely not. I was happiest in my RV when I was by myself somewhere. Like when I was up in the redwood forest. It's getting dark, and I noticed this on my last live that, it's dark on this side of me. So I'm going to go over there and turn the light on. That light over there. That looks brighter now. Oh, what is that? What is that? Ooh, something popped up on my computer. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Oh, did not make it to the door fast enough. Who's at your door? Be careful, Elsa. I'm going to turn the slide on. There, how's that? These. There, more light. Yeah, that's what I did first. Your son was at the door. Uh-oh. Okay. Speaking of sons, so yeah, my brother came back home, and only it wasn't his home where he knew. It was Boca Raton. But anyways. Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes, thanks for reminding me of that. And I could see how in one of my poems, maybe I can find it. I can find it because it's in my new book of poems. But I'm going to read The Woman Stuck Inside Her House because that talks about the fear and anxiety. It's on page 29 in this book. So yeah, the fear is what really kept me in Denver. And like I went to Denver because my son was there, and then I got the money from my dad. And it's just like, you know, I gotta forgive myself too, because I now understand it all, but it was the codependency and the fear too that I'm like, I have to give my kids some of this money from my inheritance from my dad. And it was like, I didn't need to do that. I mean, that's why the law is that way, that, if there's no will, it just goes to the children. It does not go automatically to the grandchildren. So it didn't go to my children, and I got less. I have the 5 grandkids of the 7 grandkids. My parents had 7 kids and 7 grandkids. Isn't that funny? 7 kids and 7 grandkids. My older siblings, it really turned out quite well because they kind of my older siblings were much more dysfunctional, and my brother Paul passed in 2002. I believe he was gay too, and he didn't have any kids. He passed in 2002. My oldest brother Tim passed in 2005. His longtime girlfriend had an abortion. My brother Mark passed in 2006, 6 months after Tim passed, and his girlfriend had an abortion too. So he would have had 1 child, but yeah, I really didn't have to, and I really feel, although I tried to be like my motives, I don't expect anything from them, and then it just, and then living near my son, I ended up giving him more. I gave him more anyways, which wasn't really fair. I shouldn't have done that. And then I ended up giving him more because I was just near him and he kept asking me. And, you know, I can't undo it. I'm not going to ask for it back. They don't have it. Anyways. So the only one that could have it is Claire, but I wouldn't, and I don't think she does. But, because she's the only saver. That's why Claire has a house. So, anyways, but no, I wouldn't ask for it back. And I can't undo it. And I did what I did, but I'm not giving them any more. And I can't afford to now. But if I had left there, you know, like when 2022, right when I met you, Pam, and Julian, when we went to Julian and had that meetup, I was like, that's when I should have put all my stuff, because I put everything in my car again when I left St. Louis, like when I left Georgia, fit everything in my car, went to St. Louis, bought an RV, and then I had everything in my RV that I owned when I was at my brother's and wanting to stay out there. And then my brother and I went down. He really wanted to go gamble right after his wife's Zoom memorial. We went down to San Diego, and he's like, there, we saw a phone booth. I don't know where there was a phone booth, but anyways, he's like, I see a phone booth. You can afford that. Being a smart aleck. I mean, I've realized lately I've had no support. I have had no support. I have no support from my ex and no support from my brother. No support. You know, I didn't have support from my dad when he was alive either. My dad said, you know, as if it was all up to me. And I did decide to separate from my husband. But then when I said, do you want to try and work things out? He wouldn't even take me back. But my dad said before he passed, oh, I think you should stay with Bob. He had that fear too, you know, of having to take care of me or whatever. And he didn't want me to divorce my husband. So I didn't have my dad's support when he was alive. Oh, and he said we, like I even care what my stepmother was just so ridiculous. I was invisible to her. She was so rude to me always and acting like she wasn't being rude, but she was so rude. She couldn't hear me. It's like she couldn't hear me or see me. You know, we didn't know you were coming. And I'm like, I said I was coming. That was the last time I went to their house and stayed at their house. She acted like I didn't tell her that I was coming. We had chicken on Thanksgiving. My brother was mad. No turkey. So anyways, and I realized like I don't have any, and that's why like I was so excited when my daughter said, you could live by us, when I was talking, because I was talking about buying this little trailer that was $28,000, but then you'd have to pay rent on a space, and that was up in Klamath. And Klamath, I love the redwood forest, and Klamath is up north California, and it was 5 hours from Bend where Ian was. And so it was when I was saying that to Claire that she said, well, you can move by us. And that's why I considered that. And I was so excited because I didn't think she would want me to live by her. But then I'm like, I can't be near people who aren't really supportive of me. And then she said, I just said that because you were all alone. You were all alone in Denver doing basically nothing. And that was when I had a job. And it's like, I always thought, you know, when I have a job, this nasty lady, I've met the nastiest people at church. That's bad to say. I was visiting this church up in Atlanta. And this lady said, when I was trying to get a job, even when I was doing Airbnb, I was trying to get a job. Like, and this lady, this associate pastor at this church I was visiting, and I was just like, I get no support here either. She said, oh, when you get a job, then they'll be respectful of you. It's like, really? That I have to do better. I have to keep trying to get them to give them money, get a job, get your crap together, mom. Then we'll talk to you. And it's just like, what? That was around the time I stopped going to that church. I was going to a different Celebrate Recovery up at that church too, where this lady was. I even did give a testimony at that church, but anyways, yeah, that was pretty. I kind of realized what kind of person, what kind of pastor that was when she said that to me. Yes, thank you. Yep. But anyway, so that's why I did stay in Denver so long. And I said to my daughter when she said to me, you were all alone in Denver, I was like, no, Albert treats me better than my biological children do. My extra son. So I was like, I wasn't alone and I wasn't doing nothing either. I got a freaking, that was hard. I had to pass the shallow water life-saving course to get that lifeguarding job. I was proud of myself for getting that job, but it ended up I didn't like it. I was getting more and more anxious, and I was just like, what is the matter with me? And when I visited here in June, and also I was still had my head in the sand. I wouldn't talk politics on my YouTube. And so it was a lot of things. And I told you I re-listened. I just finished it again today. I was re-listening to Beyond Anxiety.
This is Audible.
I'm just going to start it over again. This book. So I was re-listening to this, Martha Beck, Beyond Anxiety, because when I heard her on Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett, I realized why I was so anxious. And it was like so weird because I was like, why did I feel better? I felt so much better because I had it all, in me. It was like I had all this this disdain for Trump, and I was trying to hold it in, and it's like, we can't talk politics at, we can't talk politics at Carol's, and can't talk politics at Lindy's, and all these megas coming at me. Are you okay in Denver with those Nicaraguans taking over the city? I'm like, they're not taking over the city. Oh my goodness. So Martha Beck made me realize why, because I just thought it was so odd. It was like I was holding it in, and it's always been true for me. It's always rung true with me that depression is your anger turned inward on yourself. I used to listen to Conda Pierce, and then Conda Pierce is mega too. Christian comedian. She was like, stop She said that the doctor, the psychiatrist, don't tell me I'm angry. You're making me angry. Don't tell me. Stop telling me I'm angry. You're gonna make me angry. But I found it to be true. So when I quit the job, and then she talks about creativity. Going into creativity helps you out of the anxiety spiral, because you're thinking about it just it turns it off. And so Martha Beck, I'm going to share that link. I'm going to share that link again because it's so good. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm going to share the link again of Martha Beck on Diary of a CEO. So Google her if you haven't heard of her. Look her up on YouTube, and all these things will come up. And so the original thing is 2 hours long and 16 minutes. I listened to the whole thing, but I'll share the short one. I'll share the short one about the anxiety. 3 simple ways to control anxiety. So they have the short video and the long video on Diary of a CEO. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. You haven't heard that before? Yeah, I've heard that for years. So originally I shared the Conda Pierce video. I read Conda Pierce's book. I think I might have seen her live too sometime. Somewhere in the South. I don't know. But 2025, still alive, time to thrive. Thanks, Elsa. Yes. But yeah, I heard it years ago. Like, I'll give you the link to my blog. So I wrote about the bipolar disorder. And see, I'm not really even sure that if I have the bipolar, it's very mild, and it does go into remission. I found out it does go into remission. So, which was interesting because I didn't really hear about that before. But so the doctor I last talked to about it said bipolar in remission, because I'm only on a little teeny tiny amount of mood stabilizer, which helps me sleep, and I can't sleep without it. I tried to go off of it like a year ago because I found out I'm ADHD, and I also, which means I am a little neurodivergent if you're ADHD. I also might be autistic, which explains a lot of stuff that went on in my childhood and how I struggled, and how I don't pick up things sometimes. I don't pick up social cues sometimes. And I really relate to mom on the spectrum, but I'm not sure. But every test I've taken, like online tests, could you be autistic? I'm like 98% or something like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is wild, because I'm 58 years old. But what's the name of the place on the brochure? Oh, the teeny home village and RV park. This one. Is that what you mean? What? What is this doing? No, don't do that. So it says teeny home village and RV park. And that's the name of the place. And this website's not here, askmehow.com. This is particularly the part on anxiety. So let me see if I can find. Here is my website. Let me put my website down too. It's below too. The links are below. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, shoot. My mailbox price is going up. Well, hopefully. I just paid for it for a year, so. You can't go up on me right now. Not for a year, right? I looked up this place. Did you look up the specific place? Palma Valley. Yeah, it's 45 minutes from here. But like I said, I called this girl. She didn't call me back. And I looked at if you go to this, it shows you a video. Yeah, I didn't see the place. I'm going to try calling that girl again tomorrow morning. Yeah, and you know what it reminds me of, what I thought of today? It sort of reminds me living in the San Fernando Valley. Once we had horses. Well, we were on horse property. We didn't have horses though. My best friend had horses, and I would ride horses with her. And we used to go riding in the place where they had the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, and where they had the equestrian. We used to ride there in Handsome Dam. No, I haven't seen her most. I don't keep up on anybody's videos. Like, I don't even keep up on it's close to Temecula. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the next place I might go look is here. So I'm going to meet with, it's at the base of the Palomar Mountain, minutes from Palomar Observatory, Lake Henshaw, and casinos. I don't care about casinos. Maybe my brother will come see me. My brother's a slot machine addict, among other things. My bad. So Kim Sage is a good channel. Yeah, I went to her with a lot of she has good autism videos, late diagnosed autism videos. Yeah, I need to listen to this one. Oh, it's from a year ago. How fawning. I think I probably did listen to this one. How fawning hurts relationships and how to heal. In healing anxious attachment style. See, that's just what my problem is. So she has. Are you upset with me? That one? 7 hours ago. 6 traits of toxic fathers and how they damage us. There you go. Yeah, I love this channel. Let me share the link. I'm going to read my woman stuck inside her house. Yeah. So I'm thinking here, like my son could be here now. Or he could be here anytime. So we'll see. Yeah, I see that one. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like that will go with me too. Are you upset with me? Hypervigilant childhoods. And the cherry method. Interesting. Yeah, I need to watch that. Thanks, Elsa. So I'm going to. What did I say it was on? Okay, the woman stuck inside her house. Therefore, you are inexcusable, O man, whoever you are who judge. For in whatever you judge another, you condemn yourself. For you who judge practice the same things. Romans 2, verse 1. I was in an argument with my ex's aunt, it's a very interesting story, just messed up family like mine. But anyways, and we had talked about, we were arguing really politics and religion, really. And it's funny because my views are very close to what hers are now. But I did realize, like, this is stupid, and I'm like, I'm just like really, you're judging me, I'm judging you, and we're both messed up. We're both stuck inside our house. Anyways, what the conclusion I came to. But that's where I wrote this before, years before, probably. This came out in 2015. And then I redid the cover. This is a picture my Claire Bear drew when she was little, and it has the 7 of us in the tree. And I'm like, that's perfect. 7-story tree. But people sometimes think it's a kid's book, but it's not a kid's book. But she drew that, Claire Bear, when she was 6 or 7 or something, when she was little. And this is her, and that's my youngest. That's Sarah, my oldest. That's my oldest son, Teddy. This is my younger son, Ian. That's my ex. And that is me. And see, the 7-story tree. My last name is Story, and there's 7 of us, and that's, the tree, the family tree. But anyways, so, but I wrote this probably 2010, 2009, 2010. And it was, just realizing that this was stupid. And I wrote this poem. And I stopped arguing with her. I stopped talking to her. So the woman stuck inside her house. The woman stuck inside her house. Can someone please coax her out? She thinks she's free, but she's not. What is this? Just her sad lot? Peace and love, she says, is the way, but war and hate she speaks all day. The Beatles sang of nowhere, man. This woman's also in his land. Can someone help to stop her pain? If Scarecrow only had a brain. She talks down from her high horse. She can't understand what she does, of course. She's stuck in I, me, my land, while others try to take her hand. She talks of open-mindedness, yet closes the door on their kindness. Lonely, jealous, could she be? Yet she has lots of company. Anger, fear, anxiety. She says you hide in your piety. She judges and says, do not judge. She says she doesn't like to debate, but she starts it up. She is too late. They say you become what you focus on. Well, then I won't worry about her. I'm gone. Are you offended? You shouldn't be, because this poem is about me. Ha! Gotcha. So, has a cherry study. I'm going to listen to that when I'm done here. Thanks, Elsa. Sounds good. I like all our videos are helpful to me. Yeah. Like Martha Beck. There's so much good stuff on YouTube. So much good stuff. My spare room wanted ad is about to expire, and that's okay. That's good. Oh yeah, the realtor. I need to text back the realtor guy. Try to call him. Yeah, I gotta text him back. And I did talk to my financial advisor. See, if I tried to get a mortgage on a condominium, I need to increase my my income by drawing out of my 401k, because like I didn't want, I was considering getting a job again, and I was considering driving for Lyft. But see, that's the same thing. It takes away from my time to put into my writing and this and YouTube. And when I had the job at the pool, that's when my watch time started going down again. And I didn't, I've been like this close. I've been like 60 away from the amount of watch time I needed. And I had the amount of subscribers needed to be monetized. I've been so close. I've had over, like, now I'm only trying to get to 3,000. I've had over 3,000. I've had the watch time and didn't have enough subscribers. Then they changed it. Then I have plenty of subscribers and not enough watch time. And you have to have it within a year's time. So it goes down. So like if you're not being consistent and keep doing the same amount of videos and getting the same amount of watch time, it will start going down if you're not making as many videos. And so that's what happened when I was working a regular job. So it's just like, it's like being pulled this way and that way. And so I'm thinking this is a solution. I don't want to have to pull from my 401k monthly. I was doing that before. And now that I think about it, and see, another thing I have is I do have one loan, and it's on my car. And I think I did get that loan because I had the money from the 401k. Because I didn't think I could get that. Like I told you guys, I had already bought the clunker from Mario because I didn't have the money from my dad yet. And I was going to pay off the car loan. And then my stupid financial advisor said, no, don't do that. It's not that high of an interest rate. But I think I got that because at that time I was pulling from my 401k every month and they counted that as income. But see, now I'm not. And so my income is from the retirement, which I call my retirement, not my husband's. And oh, you got some Himalayan fur babies. Oh, those are cute cats. And so my income was from my spousal support and my retirement, federal retirement. Oh, Kim Sage has cats. Okay. So that's where I'm at. So hopefully I got to get back with that realtor. And I almost did a deal on a condominium in Denver, but I didn't really want. I did, yes. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Thank you for being supportive. Yeah, 32 years. I earned that. And especially, I'm sorry, but it makes me angry that he's turned my daughters against me. And I tried to talk to him about that in 2024? Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. I was trying to talk to him. Stupid. It's like talking to a wall. I knew that when I was still married to him. It's like talking to a wall. And he doesn't, he doesn't ever see things my way. It doesn't matter what I say. We can't agree on our children. We can't really do anything because our son that has the issues he's grown. He's making his own decisions. He's a grown adult. I can decide to not give him money anymore, which I've already done. And so, yeah. But I said to him, you're telling our daughters to cut off their nose to spite their faces by encouraging them not to, and he just denied it, He's like, I would tell them to contact you on Mother's Day and on your birthday. And I'm like, yeah, right. Right. Yeah, sure. He encouraged them to not have a, relationship with me. So, and he's just, it's just hurting them. It's not helpful to them. It's not fair to me. It's not right. And that's why especially he owes me that. And I was thinking, because at first, because I've had a problem with loneliness, I'm less lonely than I ever have been though. And I'm getting used to being who damaged him. Yeah, his parents. Yeah, his dad is a narcissist also. His dad was abusive to him, but now he kisses his ass, just like they kiss Trump's ass. It's just like you don't talk about the shh. You don't call the narcissist a narcissist, and you don't you don't badmouth them, and you kiss their ass. It's the narcissist with the money. That's what his dad is, and that's what he is too. That's what he is to his kids. So Yeah. I've often thought that's just weird how narcissists like um I had a neighbor in Georgia that I used to be best friends with, and I'm like, and then when I started learning about narcissists, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a narcissist too. And I think her husband is also. And like they had one child and she doesn't even talk to them anymore. She cut them both out of their life. But anyways, but so he would get with this, my friend, quote unquote friend, with friends like that, who needs enemies. And these narcissists would get together and gang up on they gravitate to each other, and I'm sure because they're racist too. These neighbors we had well, we built our house across the street from them because they were our friends, but I believe they're both narcissists, and they have they get together with other narcissists, and that's what, and they like I think a lot of. Now, not all, I'm not saying like they're not all alike, not all MAGA are alike, but I feel like a lot of narcissists they think, hey, that's the thing. Look at that. He's such a good businessman. And oh, look at Elon and his cars and blah, blah, blah. And they're good for the environment. And now every time I see one, I saw them all over Denver, and they're all over here. And the trucks and the Teslas. And I'm just like, get rid of your car. Birds of a feather flock together. Exactly. And I feel like there. And we would have to go every Thanksgiving. And that's why I was just like so relieved. I was like, finally, I don't have to go 2014. And so what happens 2014 Thanksgiving? I get kicked out of, I had the supportive group at the Celebrate Recovery, but I got unjustly kicked out of the Celebrate Recovery because I kept on having these narcissists in my life. And that woman that led the Celebrate Recovery was a narcissist. And she didn't like me. And so someone lied on me and got me, said I said something outside of the group and I didn't. And they get me kicked out of that. But we had to go down every Thanksgiving, even though they never came up to Georgia anymore. When his grandparents passed away that were in Chicago, they used to stop on their way there. And the last time they did was 96 when Claire was born. And since then, they never came up to see us, never. And we would have to go every year, either at Christmas or Thanksgiving, usually Thanksgiving, down to Boca Raton to kiss the narcissist's ass. Basically. He's a kiss ass. He's a big kiss ass. Mm-hmm. Like Trump and Putin. Mm-hmm. Only like behind his back, he would say like, oh, he used to beat me with a hose. I'm like, oh, that's nice stuff. But yeah, so that's how because narcissists are made. They're not born that way. I mean, I guess they might have a tendency to be that way, but they're usually made. Yeah. Yep. So let me look at my. Oh, I was going to drop the link. I'll drop the link to my, let's see. It's also below. It's also below in my links below. But here's my website, and I'll drop a link to my blog. And on my website are my links. And just link to my blog. I'll show you what it looks like. And the blog is Redheaded Riding Hood also. All my social media. Yeah, just about everything. I have a personal Facebook page, which is Susan Hewitt Story. But I also have Redheaded Riding Hood. So most social media, I'm Redheaded Riding Hood. Like Instagram, Facebook, X, Blue Sky. Yeah. I'm still on X for now. I don't know if I will be forever, but I am on Blue Sky. Let me show you that. Which I need to go over there more often. I need to go over there and check that more often. Yeah, I'll give you my Blue Sky. Redheaded Riding Hood on Blue Sky too. Let me show you. I'll show you what my blog looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay. And then you go down and stop giving people second chances. Let me think of what. I don't know what the one is called. It's very old. The one about this is the blog post about my sister-in-law, Joyce. That's her and I by her lily in her front yard. Here's a short post about a lady always knows when it's time to leave. There's a post where I'm talking about forgiving assholes. I put some of my my YouTube. There's my Box Fan Depression one. There's about Page Publishing. This is Look What You Made Me Do is about my green card guy. Truth and Freedom is about Joyce and I's trip to Niagara Falls, and we went to the place where the end of the Underground Railroad was. We went to that place in New York. That's a good blog post. But these are really old. This is from 2014. But so if you go back to the beginning, I started the blog and we also visited a Catholic shrine, which was interesting. So I have poems at the end of my blog posts, some of them. But yeah, that is my blog. but I can't remember if you go back, because they go back to 2010. I started my blog in, let me go back here. And at one point, I took them all. Here it is. That's what it's called. I found it. An Unquiet Mind. This was after I read the book by Kay Redfield Jamison, An Unquiet Mind. And it is pretty wild, her story about how manic she got. And see, I've never been that manic. So that's why. And my dad always did question, but I didn't want to be in denial. So like when I went to the doctor, I said I'm bipolar. I didn't want to be in denial, and I thought like my dad was in denial. But now I think my dad may have been he may have been Asperger's. He may have been autistic also, and that's what caused his mood swings. But I don't really know. And now he's gone too. But I definitely think that my brother Mark, who passed in 2006, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he definitely could have been Asperger's also. Maybe Asperger's and narcissism. Maybe that's what my dad's issues were, because my dad was definitely narcissistic. So. I counted a total of 4 mystery viewers. 5 watching now, it says. Yes, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Okay, so that's my blog. I'm going to stop sharing now. Worries of missing, abuse of animals included with son experience. I'm not sure. I've gone over 2 hours now. So, and you know what I wanted to say? I met a lady who lived in her van, and she had a good job. I didn't really understand what she did. Something about companies, and she was like a digital nomad. So she had this good job, but she lives in her van. She had red hair, and so that's what I wanted to say. I said my Ginger Me poem, which is in this book, for a lady at the Tiny Home Fest that I met. I forgot her name. I think her name was Rebecca. Actually, I think her name was Rebecca. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I met her. They had vans and stuff at the when did this realtor call me? Did he call me during my live too? It's like everybody called. I went live and like everybody called me back. Let me see something. But I don't have my phone on a lot, so maybe he didn't call me. When did he call me? Oh, he called me at 2:20. So I think I was walking on the beach then. Or I might have been driving. I was driving a lot today. So I really think, though, I might, if I do it, I'm not going to do it like full time or anything, but as a little part-time side hustle, as I might drive for Lyft. I hated, for some reason, I don't like driving like in the city. I hated driving in Denver. I don't know why. I didn't like Denver for some reason. I don't know what's different about it though. Maybe because it's just because I'm near the ocean. I don't know, but I considered driving for Lyft in Denver, but I never did it. And but I might do it as a good night, Pam. Thank you for being here. We will pray for you. I have you on my list. You are on my list. Yeah, I have 3 people on my list and 6 watching right now. Hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I did open my root beer. So, excuse me. I love Diet A&W. So Thursday I go to a different Airbnb. I'm gonna have to pack up all my stuff. Now I pretty much I have the closet like almost full now because I gradually bought more stuff in here. But I brought my suitcase in and swapped out some clothes, and then took my big suitcase back out to my car. And Robin's like, "You're not leaving, right?" I'm like, "No." So, anyways, I said my redheaded poem for this redheaded lady who's a digital nomad, and she lives in her van, and I think she liked it. Blondes have all the fun. They're the lucky ones. Gentlemen prefer them. It seems bad boys prefer me. Perhaps another shade of dye is worth a try, but my cousin says her red hair makes her fly. They look at her. They look at me. If he's male, we'll get it for free. She's got sass. She's got spunk. She knows that God don't make junk. They call me red, a firecracker, they said. I no longer care what they say. What's in my heart can't be taken away. Someday my hair will fade, and I'll let it stay gray or go white as redheads do. See? But the fire in my heart will burn. Beauty is vain. But the fire in my heart will burn on, and to my king I'll sing this song. His love is deeper than the ocean. He washes away my brokenness. He whispers to my heart. His love for me will never part. Yep, I said that poem at the Teeny Home Fest. So I'm going to pray for y'all and let you go. All right. Yeah, I got Brenda, Pam, Elsa. Dear Lord, I pray that you would be with Elsa. I pray that you would find the kitty cat that's gone missing, that it would come back. And please bless her children and her fur babies, and be with her. Continue to keep her safe and watch over her, Lord. Thank you for her support of my channel. I pray that you would be with Pam. Thank you for her support and her encouragement, and I pray you bless her, her children and her grandchildren, and bless her family, and be with her. Please be with Brenda. Bless her kids and her grandkids. Watch over her. Keep her safe as she travels and works on her new RV. And thank you for her support of this channel. And I pray you bless her. Lord, please help this country. Please help those countries at war. Please help Zelensky and Ukraine and the people of Ukraine, Lord. Please thwart all the evil things that Trump is trying to do, and Elon. Thank you for the people resisting and the people protesting, Lord. Please help us to get this man out of office. Help us to speak out. Help us to call and write our Congress people. Help us to stay active. Help us to not be discouraged. Help us to not doom scroll too much. Help us to not be afraid. Lord, they want our fear. Please help the people in Gaza. Please help Ukraine and the people in the Sudan. They prayed for them at church. So something's going on there. Yeah, thank you for the church I visited this Sunday and the one I visited last Sunday, which is a different one. I went to a Lutheran church yesterday. It was very nice. And please help our country, Lord. Please. Help us to keep learning and growing, and please help me to be able to find a place I can put my tiny home, Lord, and be able to get a tiny home soon. Lord, if there's one already built that has a bathtub, please lead me to it. Thank you for leading me here, Lord, and thank you that I still have some money left from my dad. Thank you for my mom and dad and them blessing me, Lord, and thank you for them. Please tell them I said hi, and my brothers, and just thank you so much for guiding me here. Please be with my children, Lord. Please be with Ian, especially be with Teddy. Bless Sarah and her husband. Help them to be good parents to Noah. Please bless Claire Bear and Jared and help them to be good parents to Freya and Lily. Please bless Lydia, Lord. I pray that she would get out of the Air Force and that you'd watch over her and protect her and keep her safe. Thank you for my children, Lord. Thank you for my parents. And that I do have some money left from my dad to put down on my tiny house. I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Anything else, you guys? Anything else? Did I forget anything? Stay informed. Don't get discouraged. Keep having hope. Pray for Trump to be impeached. That's what I'm praying. Pray for your MAGA friends to wake up, see the light, come to know the truth. Pray for them not to believe in lies. I don't know. Watch some of the channels I listed over here. Texas Paul, Blue Dot in Texas, Tennessee Brando, Politics Girl, Brian Tyler Cohen, Midas Network. Stay informed. Those are the people to watch. If you want to keep up with what's going on with them, peek at the Fox News, but I don't like to watch it. I don't like to watch that. But yeah, stay encouraged. I'll be back Friday. I'll be at a different Airbnb. We'll see how that one is. It should be pretty cool. She's supposed to have a really nice Zen garden. I want to see that. Should be nice. So that's it. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye.